My life be like, yeah. My life be like, yeah. Yeah. My life be like, yeah. My life be like times like these that make me say, yeah. Lord, if you see me, please come my way.
Alright there, YouTubers and fellow airsofters. Basically what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be figuring out a fix on this nozzle. I've been told one idea, and what we're going to do is we're going to put it to the test. Basically what I have here is a stock bolt carrier for an M4. This one here is the steel one that goes in my CQBR. What we're going to do is we're going to swap out this plastic nozzle and install the aluminum one into this bolt carrier. The nozzle right now is as it was when it first came in. I'm going to do a couple FPS tests on it to show you and see if the FPS drops like it usually does. And then we're going to take it apart and do a little modification to it and see if it works. So let me get this nozzle here installed into this bolt, and we'll check it out. Alright, well, I got the nozzle installed here into the stock bolt carrier. What we're going to do now is we're going to adjust the basket in here. This way we can stay consistent with the FPS when we test both mods. So what we're going to do is we're going to adjust this basket just toward the bottom there, just like that, and we're going to see what kind of FPS we get out of this and see if it runs inconsistent and see if we have a fix for it. So I slide it in the gun and we'll get going. Alright, so basically what I have is a M4 style magazine loaded up with 0.25 gram BBs and propane, approximately 75 degrees down here. This is the RA Tech stock nozzle FPS test, and see what she does. 295, 381. Now see, that's the problem that we were all having before. It went from 295 to 381. That's almost 100 FPS difference. The first shot is usually the highest in FPS, and obviously the first shot was low as hell and it jumped all the way to 381. But we're going to keep on firing and see what kind of FPS we get. 335. 337. 356. 328. 324. 358. 297. Now it's all over the place. 321. 'Alright, so it seems like every 3 to 4 shots, the FPS just drops big time. Now this is what we're here, and we're going to try to fix this today. So basically we're going to go back to the drawing board, we're going to take the nozzle apart, and we're going to try a fix. So let's get back over to the desk and see what we can do. Alright, so then we're back over here at the table, and basically this fix that we're going to try to do. The tension spring that pushes on the basket here is really loose, okay? And what we're thinking, a couple friends of mine, 6mm and DonsModz, are thinking, is that if you take out that spring and replace it with a stock nozzle spring, that it should fix that. So what we're going to do is we're going to test it out here today. So let's take this apart and we're going to swap it out and see if just a simple spring makes a difference to fix it. There's your basket here. This is the spring that came in it. Okay, we're going to swap this spring with this one and see if the tension on the basket is you know, better with this spring, and see if that fixes it. So I'm going to drop the basket back in. Let's see. And it's right in the middle. Make sure that it's adjusted to where it was before. This way at least the tests stay consistent. As soon as I can finally adjust it. There you go. Alright. So we're going to try that and see if that works. So let's put it back in the nozzle and go test it again. Alright, well, we got the nozzle installed again. Here goes the other spring. This way you know it's not in there. And we're going to install it into the CQBR here again and see what she does. Meet you over at the chrono. Alright, well, here we go. Moment of truth. Same setup as last time. 0.25 gram BBs using propane, about 75 degrees. This is the test with the new spring into the nozzle. Let's see what the FPS is like. One more shot. Well, I must say, I do think it's a little bit better. The first shot was low, but all the rest were kind of pretty much in the same area. It jumped around, but nothing like it did before. So I think that the new spring that was inside the nozzle now improved the FPS on it. Well, I'm actually kind of it's only a spring. So I guess it did come out well, and we'll go back to the drawing board and give you my final thoughts on the nozzle. Alright, well, I decided to do one more test on it before I give you my final thoughts and conclusion on it. Basically what I'm going to do now is I'm going to adjust the MPass on the inside and see what kind of differences we get in FPS, and make sure that it still runs pretty good with the internal MPass adjusted. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn it clockwise, like so. Okay, basically what we just did is we just adjusted the FPS, and we're going to see if it still runs good with it adjusted. Let me get it back in the gun and go back to the chrono. Again at the chrono with the MPass adjusted, and what we're going to see is to make sure that it still has consistent FPS even with the MPass adjusted. So here we go. 0.25 gram BBs using propane. I don't know, fellas, it looks kind of consistent to me. So we're going to swap it over to full auto and make sure that she still performs well in full auto, and then we'll go back to the drawing board. So, full auto test. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. 31 rounds per second. I don't know if that's if that's fully correct, but 383, and felt good. Nice good recoil. Seems to be working well. I don't know. I think we found the fix, fellas. So I'll meet you back over at the table. Alright, well, here's my final thoughts on the whole thing. If you ask me, I think that the spring swap worked well, and will probably keep on working. Basically, once again, all you gotta do is take the standard spring that comes with the aluminum nozzle, take that out, and replace it with the spring that's inside the plastic nozzle here. That there should give you more tension on your basket so it don't move around inside the nozzle. That's basically all we're fixing. This basket in here likes to move around because this spring doesn't put enough tension on it. So basically, by swapping out the springs to a tighter spring, the basket does not move like it shouldn't, and basically giving it a fix. So it seems like that the aluminum nozzle is fixed, runs good, and I'll do another video probably a month or two from now to let you know if anything else has changed on it. But yeah, I think we found the fix on it. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you for watching.